All right, here we are looking at lesson 832, distance, rate, and time. And at this point, we are going to review your independent student work that was assigned yesterday or last time. We have a problem that starts by saying a train travels at an average rate of 40 miles per hour and travels for 110 miles. And in order for us to analyze this information, we are asked to use what we know about distance, rate, and time to write an equation. Now, one possibility for our equation is 40, which is our rate, times x, which is our time, x stands for the time, equals 110 miles, which is the distance. And if we were going to use our equation to determine how long it would take the train to travel, we would start by rewriting the equation. 40 times something, now we could leave that as an x if we want, equals 110. Now I know that in order to solve this, I could do a backwards problem or the opposite or inverse operation. And I could rewrite this as 110 divided by 40 because that's going to tell me how much time it takes. When I do the math here, I know that 2/8 go into 10. So 2/40 would make 80. And that's kind of a messy mistake there, but it happens in math. And 11 subtract 8 is 3. And then we are going to carry on a little bit here. We have 0 to add here, and 40 goes into 300, or 4 goes into 30 7 times. So that would be 280. Subtract that, and we get 0. We get 30, take away 28 is 20. Bring down another 0 all the way down here. And 40 times 5 equals 200. And I subtract that, and I end up with 0. So it would be 2.75 or 2 75 hours. And in order to change that into time, I need to remember that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. Important thing there. And if I take 60 and I divide it by 4 parts, I'm going to get 15 minutes in each part. So 2 hours and 75 hundredths, 2 and 75 hundredths hours changes into 2 hours and 3/4. Another way to think about this is if I have money, 75 cents is 3/4 of a dollar, or 3/4 makes up that $1. Okay, so using the table to fill out this, using the information from above to fill out this table, we have 1 hour is 40 miles, 2 hours would be 80. 3 times, again, we're going back up to the top here, 3 times 40 is 120. 4 times 40 is 160. 5 times 40 is 200. 10 times 40 is 400. 20 times 40 is 800. And then we have this kind of weird one here. Now, there's a couple of different ways I can do it. I can think about what times, well, I can think about 4 times 25 and what that gives me, and that gives me 100. So 25 times 40 would give me 1,000. A way that I can check on this is I can look at this information here, because that's 5, this information here, and that's 20. So 200 plus 800 still gives me 1,000. And another way I can do it is I could do the algorithm for multiplication and figure out the answer that way. Each time I'm going to get 1,000.